Hey, what's up? You're watching Vec, and this week we don't actually have anything new. I'm not sure if they're going to be resetting everything, as we do see challenges here, but at the time being you only get super wheel spins, regular wheel spins, and credits. So if you need the credits, this is the time to do all these challenges. So sadly we don't actually get any cars or any prior unlockable cars, so that's kind of a bummer. But the one thing that we can continue getting is those Forzathon points. So if you're saving those up and backing them up for something really special, we can still keep doing that. So with that out of the way, this week's Forzathon challenge is called 16 cylinders and 4 turbos, where you have to own and drive the record-breaking 2011 Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. Now this is a buyable car, however it's pretty expensive, so if you don't have the credits already, start your racing, bump up the difficulty, and farm up some credits. It's not as expensive as one might think. I don't own it yet, but that's going to be taken care of right now. Let's go buy ourselves a Bugatti. Now jumping over to Bugatti, we see that the Veyron Super Sport is 2,000,000 credits. That is a pretty penny. Now I do have 5 million credits, so we're gonna sink a few credits into this Bugatti. Now that is a pretty cool looking car. I'm not really into supercars, but one of these is, look at that. It kind of screams toy to me, where it does look like one of those super futuristic toys that I used to own as a kid, with the little cars and everything. It's super Halloween colored with the orange and the black, and then the emblem. That's pretty cool right there. I like the back end right here. It kind of makes me think it's more of like a futuristic R series Nissan. No, maybe like the R40 or something like that. But like, I don't know. Like, for me, the front end screams Bugatti. The back end for me kind of screams some kind of future tech R series, like some kind of future tech GTR. So now that we own and are driving the Bugatti, that is the first step taken care of right there. So let's view the next challenge. So make an impression and earn 30 ultimate speed skills while driving your Bugatti. So ultimate speed is basically just go fast. Go really, really fast. Now I'm gonna jump over to the freeway. Now, if you guys didn't know this already, if you have the Fairlawn Manor, you can actually just jump to any section of the map without having to fast travel to your home area. So go through that influence board. Hopefully it brings us right into the freeway. All right, here we are. I think we're a little bit off. Going on the American side. Now let's go on the British side and see how fast we can go. Now I haven't done anything just yet. Oh, the wing pops up. That's so cool. I love it when the wing pops up. So yeah, I haven't done anything yet, so we're gonna figure out just how fast this actually goes by itself stock. I'm gonna go through this, maybe get some air a little bit. Great speed, and just racking up those great speed, those speed challenges, well, the speed skills rather. And it should be super easy as long as we just keep going back and forth here. I think with a little bit of tuning and some upgrades, you can probably get these great speeds, the ultimate speeds, all those skills super quick. But the car itself, stock, is already really, really fast. The only thing that's going to be taking some time is that you have to get 30 of them. So that's probably what's going to get tedious, just going back and forth. But it seems one complete pass of this highway has already earned me a third of it. So 3 passes and I should be done. Let's find out if my theory is going to be correct. Alright, this is pass 3 so far. All I'm doing is going from roundabout to roundabout on the highway, and it seems to be working. We just keep going straight, enjoy the drive, and it looks like I'm getting pretty much 10 per. So I think my theory of doing 3 passes on the highway should get to you is working for the most part. I might have to do just a quick little passerby here and there just to finish off the rest, but let's see. Oh, look at that. Opposite law completed. I accidentally got a drift skill, so that's pretty cool. Jumped up, landed, drifted, and got a skill. All right, approaching the third pass of the second tunnel. Now let's check out how far I am from meeting the skill. This is the end of the third pass. Let's check out the playlist. Okay, so I was almost correct. I'm 28 out of 30. So let's speed off into the distance and back into the freeway, and I think we should get it just right now. Once we're starting to pick up speed, you should see it pop up. And there you go, launch control completed. Now let's view the next challenge. Now experience mind-blowing speed and get a total of 12 stars from speed traps with your Bugatti Veyron. I think for this one, just for the giggles, I'm gonna upgrade it to maybe X and see just how fast I can push this car, because even stock, this car is super fast. So I think we can make it super fast. Now I usually don't do a customization or a build for Forzathon challenges, but one thing I did want to note real quick is that the Bugatti does not have an engine swap, so you're stuck with the engine that is already in the car. But that's not really a big deal because it already has an immense engine, but you can swap it to rear-wheel drive if that's your thing. It is all-wheel drive stock. Another thing interesting to note is that despite the Bugatti having 16 cylinders, this thing actually has 16 cylinders in real life. It only comes with a twin turbo in the game, even though in actuality the 16 cylinders 4 turbocharger things is actually true. It does have 4 turbochargers, but for some reason in game it only comes with a race twin turbo or the stock twin turbo. That's not that big a deal. I imagine it being that we're placing twin turbos on each side of the engine because it is a W engine. Now I'm going to continue putting down all these parts and getting back to the challenges shortly. Now what we gotta do is find ourselves some speed traps. I think it has to be a total of about 15. It's gonna be super easy. Again, you could just come to something like the speed trap right here on the freeway and then just keep hitting that speed trap over and over and over again. So well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into the freeway and hit that speed trap. 220 and 88. I don't think that was quite 3 stars. Now the actual top speed sits at about 260 on this car as it stands right now. We could probably squeeze out just a little bit more. So we could hit the speed trap pretty well. Like we could 3-star with this car. Now I'm gonna go for another. It's only 12, so if you get 3 stars each time, all you gotta do is pass it 4 times and you're done. I think I'm gonna have to do it for 6 times. Alternatively, you can also find yourself a really easy speed trap and just keep passing up on that one. There are some on drag strips that you can just keep hitting over and over and over again, and they're not that hard to 3-star on those. In fact, why don't we just go hit one of those speed traps just to keep it interesting and not be bored just driving a car on the same highway over and over and over again. Now this speed trap is only 180, so it should be super easy to 3-star just out of the gate. Let's see if this car can do it. Acceleration could be a little bit better. I could tune it for acceleration a lot more. Right now it's tuned for top speed. And 194, super easy. Can I do it off on the grass? I wonder. Does this car have enough grip to take off on grass? Let's find out. Let's find out. I think it's gonna struggle, but it is going. It is going. That's for sure. It is going. And then as soon as we get to tarmac, it loses grip a little bit. Stability control, traction control, going crazy. So maybe for rally, this car might need a bit of a tune. You could drop that. You could drop in a rally suspension if you want to use it for rally, but why would you? This is such a beautiful car. Why would you want to get it dirty? Now let's hit it one more time. Let's see if we can hit 200 miles per hour. Keep her steady. I don't think we're gonna be able to. I could probably speed it up a little bit. Oh, so close. So close. So world record holder completed. That was it on that challenge. Now the next thing we gotta do is a billionaire's track day. Act like you made out of money. Earn 4 ultimate skill chains with your Bugatti Veyron. You could do these by just racking up a bunch of points. You can do this in a number of ways. You can race, you can draft, you can drift. You can even just take these out on the dunes and get your ultimate skill chains that way. So what I want to do is just turn off all the assists. I'm gonna turn off traction control, stability control, and all that stuff. And I'm just gonna wreck the hell out of this car, just drift it, do anything that I can to just rack up a bunch of points. Now, an easy way to do this, if you're like me and had banked up a bunch of car mastery points, it's just to put them in, as you will get better multipliers, your skill chains will carry on for longer, and it's just a really easy and nice trick to do if you want to get this done a lot easier. Alright, so let's see what goes on if we just have everything off, no ABS. Can we drift this? Ooh, no, we can drift it right into a tree, that's for sure. Now again, all you gotta really do is get about 20 on the points that I'm racking up right there before the multiplier itself. So you guys saw ultimate drift and all that stuff, but to get the ultimate skill chain itself, you gotta rack up a ton of these points. So doing what I'm doing, it might be one of the easiest ways. You can just wreck stuff left and right. Make sure you don't crash, or if you're gonna crash, make sure you get like the training paint thing. So there you go, that's one ultimate skill chain. Now there's another one, another 40. We're at 40,000 already, so we should have theoretically two ultimate skill checks. Let's see if we can get to 60. I think we need to get how many? I think we need to get 5 of them, which is not really that much, especially if you're doing what I'm doing and just wrecking the car just left and right. Thanks to the car mastery, I didn't lose my skill check right there, but I'm able to do some crazy donuts here, just circles here. I still have it in all-wheel drive, which is letting me handle this a lot more than maybe rear-wheel drive. But again, if you want to drift this car, make a cool drift build out of this, you can go rear-wheel drive, or you can just send all the power to the back and all. Oh, we just lost it. So that crash just made us lose all our skill points, but that's fine because we already got the ultimate skill points. Well, the ultimate skills check, the little banner. So we've already met everything. It just means we get to start all over again and rack up more skills. So hopefully we don't smack into a big sequoia, a big tree. I'm not really sure what kind of trees these are. If anybody knows what kind of trees these are, let me know in the comments. Any what would that type of scientist be called? Arbalist? Is it an arbalist? Now let's see, we can get more skills. Just don't smack into the tree. Don't smack into the tree. We're probably getting some people driving by us just here and there, just wondering, what are we even doing with this car? Like, why are we struggling to control the car, like the car? Like, do we not know how to drive? Which, I mean, honestly, I feel like at this point, I'm just making this car look super silly. Just like, so much power, you can't even drive the car. So here, I'm just being a total maniac, destroying the tires, destroying the road, destroying some trees here and there. Try not to smack into the big trees. And there you go, engineering a masterpiece completed. I think the easiest way is probably just to get your 20k before a multiplier. Let me reiterate that. You gotta do the 20k skill points before the multiplier, not with the multiplier. But honestly, the hardest part of this challenge is just buying the car. It's a pretty penny. It's about 3 million credits, and I know for a lot of you that might be quite a bit, but just keep racing, keep spinning those super wheel spins, and you will get there. It might seem like a lot now, but money comes in, goes, and you will get the credits to buy your own Bugatti. So that was all for 16 cylinders and 4 turbochargers, the Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. Thank you so much for watching. Again, consider subscribing to help the channel grow. Like the video if you like me just messing around with the car and just wrecking stuff left and right. Leave your comments, questions below. Take care of yourselves and of each other, and as always, have a good one.